First of all, I just want you to introduce yourself to everyone.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to share my experiences on this platform. Myself, Dr. Rakesh Avasthi, a practicing dentist since last 16 years in a small town called Mahua district Dosa in Rajasthan. That is around 30,000 to 40,000 population town, and that is my hometown. I started my practice here in 2007, just after my college days. And before my started my practice, I worked in a clinic of Ajmer for like 8 to 9 months. And after that, I started my practice in my hometown with my two-chair practice, basic practice, and because it was necessary for me due to financial reasons to move to my native place and start my practice as early as possible due to financial issues. So I could not go for MDS. I could not go stay away. I could not postpone my practice to start later. So I started my practice just after my college only, in my hometown only.
Okay, wonderful. So, because of the financial constraint, because he had to practice or start practicing as early as possible, there was no other option. And Rakesh went back to that small town with 40,000 population, started practicing in 2007. So like he's into practice now like for more than 15, 16 years. And so how was your practice before you became part of this MDF journey?
Sir, it was a two-chair practice. It was just a basic, I was doing a basic dentistry since last 15 years before joining this community. Like basic dentist treatment, root canals, extractions, RPD, FPD, all the treatment I was doing. I had, or I, in the starting of 2007, it is surprising that I did the root canal in just rupees 350 only. But eventually, I was basically saying that I was the first dentist of my town. There was some quacks were there practicing before me, but I was the only BDS at that time. It was very difficult for me to convert the patient to prepare the patient for root canals also, because nobody was doing root canals over here. Some people were doing, but they were just doing for saying that root canal, this is a root canal. It was very challenging for me to tell the patients that this is the dentistry can go beyond your imagination also. There was no practice in the town to of doing the crowns and fixed processes. There were nobody was doing RCTs. Only extractions was going on, and it was a challenge for me. But I accepted the challenge, and I prepared the people to do the root canals at that time. That was very difficult for me. लेकिन समय टाइम के साथ जब ये चीजें चेंज हुई तो मुझे लगा कि ये सब धीरे धीरे मैं कर पा रहा हूँ, और मुझे मतलब अच्छा लगा लोगों को प्रिपेयर करते हुए. फिर आई एम हैप्पी कि मैं लोगों को उस टाइम प्रिपेयर कर पाया. ये जो प्रैक्टिस थी मेरी, वो मेरा एक्चुअली मुझे बहुत जल्दी अर्ली रिकॉग्निशन मिला टाउन के अंदर, बिकॉज इट वाज ए स्मॉल टाउन. लेकिन मैं बेसिक ट्रीटमेंट पे ही फोकस रहा. देयर वाज नो अपसेलिंग, देयर वाज नो हाई टिकट पेशेंट्स, और ये सब होने के बाद ये लगभग 15 इयर्स तक ऑलमोस्ट सेम चला. कहीं कोई ज्यादा मेरे को मेजर डिफरेंसेस फील नहीं हुए. हालांकि प्रैक्टिस ग्रो हुई, ट्रीटमेंट चार्जेस भी ग्रो हुए, लेकिन जो मैं सोचता था वो लगभग ऑलमोस्ट सेम सी सिचुएशन रही बिफोर ज्वाइनिंग दिस कम्युनिटी.
Okay, wonderful. So, typical small town routine dentistry where people don't do root canals. If they do root canals, then they don't do crowns. Okay. And if they do crowns, they do the cheapest crown, right? Because I have also seen all this in my small town practice actually for 18 years. And so how did you come to know about MDF? What made you to join MDF, and what were your thoughts when you joined MDF? As you joined MDF in the beginning, what were your expectations or what were your thoughts, and how did you come to
it was just through the social media only.
Okay.
There was nobody known of me who was the member of MDF journey. I was just looking for Facebook and all. And once in a day, it was in June 2022. when I came to know that when I listened to you first time on the Facebook and Facebook ad, the one thing that clicked into my mind first time, that he is the person. I think he may be the person that can help me to grow my practice that I really wanted to from last past many years. जो मैं करना चाह रहा था, जो मेरे मन में था, जो मेरी एक इच्छा थी, वो कहीं ना कहीं मुझे फुलफिल होती नजर आई। जस्ट मैंने आपका 10 से 15 मिनट का एक वीडियो देखा, और एट दैट टाइम ओनली, आई डोंट नो व्हाई आई जॉइंड, लेकिन मैंने जस्ट जंप्ड इनटू द enrolled into the silver level. But from the joining in 2000 June 2022, it took me around 6 months to understand the process of this MDF journey. कभी फेथ होता था कि कुछ हो पाएगा, कभी फेथ होता था कि क्या पता ये काम करेगा कि नहीं करेगा। ये इस तरह से लगभग 6 महीने निकल गए, लेकिन दिसंबर 22 was a life changing month for me. At that time मुझे ये पता लगा कि इस सिल्वर लेवल के अबव भी कुछ ऐसा है जो लोग कर रहे हैं इस कम्युनिटी के अंदर, दैट इज गोल्ड लेवल और डायमंड लेवल। यहाँ लाइव क्लासेस भी होती हैं, यहाँ एक्सेस लिए जाते हैं, अब एक्सेस मोड पे टास्क दिए जाते हैं। तो ये मुझे पता लगा दिसंबर 2022 के अंदर। तब पता नहीं सर आपको याद है कि नहीं, मैंने आपको एक पर्सनल भी फोन किया था कि सर ऐसे ऐसी बात है, मैं एक सिल्वर मेंबर हूँ और मुझे डायमंड और गोल्ड लेवल पर जंप करना है, पर मैं बहुत कंफ्यूज हूँ। तो सर ने आपने कहा कि यू जस्ट जंप इन और सी व्हाट हैपेंस। तो आई ट्रस्टेड ऑन यू एंड एट इन द December 22 आई joined both silver member and a diamond member, both in a same package only. और उसके बाद जब जनवरी 2023 आया तो मैंने पता नहीं क्यों लाइफ एक्सेल के अंदर भी अपना एनरोलमेंट करा दिया, और उसके बाद मेरे दिमाग के अंदर एक बहुत केमिकल लोचा स्टार्ट हुआ। लगभग 1 महीने के अंदर आई वाज सो कंफ्यूज्ड कि मैंने इतनी सारी चीजें ले तो ली, मैं एमडीएफ मेंबर भी हो गया, गोल्ड मेंबर भी हो गया, डायमंड मेंबर भी हो गया, लाइफ एक्सेल मेंबर भी हो गया, और बहुत सारे टास्क मिलने लगे करने के लिए, बहुत सारी क्लासेस, ये आईसीएम भी हो रहा है, डेंटाफोन भी हो रहा है, C3 की लाइव क्लासेस भी हो रही हैं, और साथ में लाइफ एक्सेल भी स्टार्ट हो गया। तो मैं क्या करूं क्या नहीं करूं, मुझे कुछ समझ में नहीं आया। और एक दिन इन जनवरी के मंथ के अंदर लास्ट जो हमारा C3 कॉल था, उसके अंदर मैंने आपसे पूछा था कि सर आई एम वेरी मच कंफ्यूज, मुझे नहीं पता मुझे क्या करना है क्या नहीं करना है, क्योंकि मैं अभी तक समझ ही नहीं पाया कि मैं क्या करूं क्या क्या छोड़ूं। तो उस टाइम आपने मेरे को एक सेंटेंस बोला था कि यू रिकॉग्नाइज योर कॉम्पिटेंसी बिकॉज द मैन राइजेज टू हिज लेवल ऑफ इनकॉम्पिटेंसी। तो आप पहले अपनी कॉम्पिटेंसी रिकॉग्नाइज करो कि आप कितने कॉम्पिटेंट हैं और आप कहाँ जाना चाहते हैं। और आपने दूसरी चीज मेरे को बोली जो मुझे आज भी याद है कि जितना आप इम्प्लीमेंट कर सकते हो उतना इम्प्लीमेंट करो, रेस्ट यू फॉरगेट फॉर द नेक्स्ट टाइम, बिकॉज ऑल द थिंग्स यू आर नॉट able to implement in a single shot. So whatever possible, you just implement that and leave rest the things. You may get the next chances to implement all those things. तो ये दो चीजें जो मुझे आज तक याद है, जो आपने मेरे को सजेस्ट करी, और इन चीजों के ही बेस पे मैंने स्टेप बाय स्टेप फिर उस कम्युनिटी के अंदर आगे बढ़ना स्टार्ट किया। और वो सेम डे, उसी दिन मैंने इवनिंग में अपना गोल्ड कार्ड तैयार किया, जो कि मेरे हाथ में अभी भी है, लिखा हुआ है जो ये डेट का। वो मैंने गोल्ड कार्ड अपने पास दोनों रखे, और वो जनवरी 2023 के गोल्ड कार्ड मैंने, जिसमें 6 पॉइंट मेरे गोल्ड कार्ड के अंदर थे और 3 पॉइंट मेरे एस्पिरेशन गोल के अंदर थे। तो वो गोल्ड कार्ड मैंने उस दिन राइट किए, लिखे, तैयार किए, और उसके अनुसार मैंने एक्सेल से लेना स्टार्ट कर दिया।
Wonderful. So, see, now 3 very powerful things he mentioned. Number 1, when you jump from silver member to gold, diamond member, and maybe to life excel course, the first thing that happens to you is you get overwhelmed. It's like there is so much to learn, and for so long till now, ये मेरे को कुछ भी नहीं पता था. I didn't know anything like this. And now there is so much to learn. Now, guys, those of you who are in this community for years and keep on attending the sessions live, I always say this. A lot of people make this mistake that they join one course, they implement things, they wait for results, then they joined another course. And I'm not just talking about our courses. I have seen a lot of participants saying, I did one basic implant course or one root canal course. Now I will implement. And then after 6 months, 1 year, I'll do next level root canal course or maybe advanced course or whatever. Or this year I did root canal course. Next year I'll do smile designing. Then I'll do composite. Then I'll do laminates. Then I'll do implants. Yeah. See why I'm sharing this? Simply because this is, if you ask me, this is the mistake which people make. And I always say this to you all. You should put yourself into washing machine. Now in the washing machine, okay, it tosses you in spin, it spins you, it twists you, it does everything to you almost at the same time. And it is only when you do all the things at the same time, you start getting unbelievable results. So one of the best way to get results very fast, very powerfully, is to put yourself into the washing machine of growth. It takes around 1.5 to 2 years of time. Remember, it takes like anywhere between 1 to 2 years, you can say. And the next thing, as Rakesh said, keep on implementing whatever you can. Simple. Don't think, yeah, shit, there is so much, but I'm just not able to cope with the pace. Doesn't matter at all. I'll tell you what, guys. You do not need to know everything, let me tell you. You do not even need to implement everything in order to get the results. How many of you agree? Type agree in the chat that you implemented 10%, 20%, 30%, 40, 50%, and you still got mind-blowing results. So a lot of people make this mistake that let me learn everything first, let me understand everything first, and then I'll implement. Trust me, it's not required. You just become 10% better than what you were yesterday, and you start seeing the results. As I told Rakesh, the Peter's principle, and let me tell you, this interview, not just with Rakesh, but with all speakers, is going to be absolutely impromptu. It's not scripted. In fact, I didn't even get an opportunity to talk to Rakesh or even text him anything for the last 3-4 days because I was traveling. Okay. But the same principles will come back again and again and again to, make you believe, make you realize this is what exactly it needs to grow. And this is what exactly you need to implement to grow. Only around 10% implementation got more than 50% of the expectation. That's what I'm saying. You don't have to know everything. You don't have to implement everything. Having said that, it doesn't mean that you just implement something. But eventually, over a period of couple of years, you implement everything. But to begin with, do your best, forget the rest. Because Peter's principle, man rises to the level of his incompetence. Okay? Man rises to the level of his incompetence. If you know this, and if you don't know this, this is your competence. This is your incompetence. So now you know that I don't know this. So you learn this. Now this becomes your competence. This becomes your incompetence. And then learn this. Like for example, you know restorations, but you don't know root canal. Now you know root canals, you don't know crowns. Now you know crowns, you don't know bridge. You know bridge, you don't know implant. Then you learn implants. And you don't know sinus lift. And so on. And so on. This is what Peter's principle says. Man rises to the level of his incompetence. So the best thing is to take one thing, take the action steps. Knowing and not doing is equal to not knowing. You must take action steps. Unless you take actions, it's not going to help. So no matter how small action step you take, I want all of you to write it down in your notes. Before the next ICM, this is what I am going to implement in my practice. Whichever level of membership you are in this millionaire dentist journey, there is a lot to implement already here. Okay, this is what you are going to write, that I am going to take action, or I am going to implement this in my practice within next 15 days. Okay, so Rakesh, as you started implementing things, just want to, yeah, how many of you have written this? Type done in the chat box. Okay. Sandeep says, I could find connecting dots of my MDS journey. Wonderful. Okay. Everybody, just write it, write a very small step. You don't have to, you don't have to take big things. Let me tell you this. If you want extraordinary results, the secret is very simple. Just add extra to everything, whatever you are doing on day-to-day basis. Just add extra to ordinary and you will get extraordinary results. Okay, wonderful. So Rakesh, as you started implementing things and slowly you started getting results. So over the course of year 2023, what kind of results you got? How much practice growth you saw, and how your practice is now completely transformed as compared to the previous?
Sir, after February 2023, I started implementing the things. First of all, I was decided to renovate my clinic. That was around 350 square feet clinic at that time. So I had my own space. So I expanded the clinic, and now my clinic is around 3,200 square feet with 5 dental chairs. At that time, I and my 2 assistants were working. Now I have 11 people staff in the clinic. I have my own medical store also in the campus only. I have a big waiting area where 20-30 people can sit at once. I had AC waiting area and all the air conditioned clinic also. Earlier there was only one AC at my working area. So slowly I started implementing things. There was no GMB page. The page was there, but I was inactive in that. There was no website. It is surprising that in last 5 years there was only 5 reviews on the GMB page. And after I started implementing the thing, I started taking the reviews from the patient. I took 220 reviews in just 1 year. I was having I was not having any habit of not reading the books also. I started reading the books to encourage myself also. Then there was no upselling in the clinic. I was just doing the metal crowns, just ceramic crowns. I didn't only 1 or 2 zirconia crowns in a month. Now the things are changing. We are doing 15 to 20 zirconia crowns in a month after implementing all the things, because the upselling is also like patients are accepting the upselling because of the setup and all the things that we are giving to the patients. Now after that, the 3 things I did regularly. The 3 things that I did regularly, that I started to, introducing one inventory, yeah, one additional equipment to my operatory every month, regular basis from January to December. I did this on a regular basis. I took one by one all the instruments. Like I took one additional endomotor for root canals. I took then one additional X-ray, portable X-ray. Whatever the things, whatever I needed, according to my need, I started taking the one by one instruments every month. Second thing, I started regular staff meeting. The staff meeting gave me many new ideas to increase my practice, because the staff was also waiting कि उनका भी एक्सप्रेस करने का टाइम आए, उनको भी कोई सुने, क्योंकि अब तक सिर्फ वो सुनते आ रहे थे. अब तक उनको जब उनको कहने का मौका मिला तो उन्होंने शुरुआत में बहुत सारी कंप्लेंट्स मेरे को की. जो फर्स्ट मीटिंग जब मैंने लिया तो उनके पेपर पे मैंने कहा कि आप लिखो जो कुछ आपको कंप्लेंट्स हैं क्लिनिक से या मेरे से या यहाँ से भी. तो उन्होंने कोई 5-5, 6-6, 7-7 कंप्लेंट्स मेरे को लिख के दी. आई वॉज सरप्राइज कि इनके दिमाग में ये सब भी चल रहा है। तो मुझे पता ही नहीं था कि ये सब इनके दिमाग में चल रहा है। वो लोग लिख के जब मेरे को दिया तो मैंने उनको जब रीड किया, तो नेक्स्ट मीटिंग में जब मैंने उनको सॉर्ट आउट की सारी प्रॉब्लम्स, तो वो प्रॉब्लम धीरे धीरे कम होती चली गई। मैंने सेलिब्रेशन स्टार्ट किया स्टाफ के बर्थडेज का, न्यू ईयर सेलिब्रेशन, जो भी ऐसे ओकेजन आते थे जिनको सेलिब्रेट करना मेरे को ठीक लगा कि करना चाहिए, तो मैंने स्टार्ट किया। मैंने स्टाफ के ऊपर थोड़ा सा पैसा खर्च करना चालू किया, उनको टाइम टाइम पे मंथली पार्टी देना चालू किया। तो इससे स्टाफ के अंदर भी बहुत सारा मोरल बूस्टअप हुआ, और वो दे आर स्टार्टेड वर्किंग मोर फॉर मी। और थर्ड थिंग जो मैंने स्टार्ट की रेगुलर बेसिस पे, वो थी चैरिटी। मैंने एवरी मंथ एक प्लान बनाया कि मंथ के एंड में मैं इतना पैसा चैरिटी के अंदर देना ही देना है, चाहे जो भी हो। और दैट आई एम डूइंग सिंस लास्ट 1 ईयर रेगुलरली टिल नाउ ऑल्सो, अभी तक भी चल रहा है। तो ये 3 चीजें जो मैंने रेगुलर बेसिस पे करी, उनसे मेरे को काफी बेनिफिट्स हुए। क्लिनिक अच्छा हो गया, लोगों को कंफर्टेबल हो गया। वी स्टार्टेड ऑफरिंग टी कॉफी इन द वेटिंग एरिया, दैट वाज मेरे सिटी के अंदर या मेरे टाउन के अंदर नोबडी इज डूइंग दैट। तो लोगों को लगा कि यार ये समथिंग हियर वी आर गेटिंग समथिंग स्पेशल। तो वो सारी चीजें। और फिर ट्रीटमेंट अपग्रेडेशन में जिन ट्रीटमेंट्स के बारे में मैं जानता ही नहीं था, जैसे इम्प्लांट्स, मतलब मैंने कंसल्टेंट को बुला के इम्प्लांट्स करवाए, लेकिन मेरे को ज्यादा बेसिक नॉलेज नहीं था। तो मैंने इम्प्लांट कोर्स मेरे इस टारगेट के अंदर रखा, तो इस साल के अंदर मैंने इम्प्लांट कोर्स भी किया। तो मैंने फुल माउथ पेशेंट्स को कन्वर्ट करना चालू कर दिया, और मैंने 2 फुल माउथ केसेस भी इस साल के अंदर लास्ट मंथ किए हैं। इम्प्लांट्स की प्रैक्टिस काफी बढ़ गई। और भी बहुत सारी ऐसे ट्रीटमेंट प्लान्स जो मैं, जैसे सिंगल सिटिंग रूट कनाल नहीं करते थे हम लोग, वो हमने स्टार्ट किया। अपग्रेड अपसेलिंग स्टार्ट हुआ। और ऐसे काफी सारी चीजें जो मेरे को अचीव हुई, वो थ्रू आउट दिस ईयर मेरे को टाइम टाइम पे अचीव होती रही।
Superb, superb, absolutely mind blowing. Honestly speaking, इतना तो मुझे भी नहीं पता था कि your practice is now 30 to 100 square feet and all. Wonderful. So I'm so happy. So just want to yeah, as Nilanjana rightly says, perfect example of being in the action mode. Absolutely perfect. Okay. Now, just want to ask one last thing. What advice? Can you please continue in English? Yes, Rakesh, try to be in English. That's absolutely fine.
Yes.
Okay, thoda bahut Hindi chalega. That's fine. Ilakia, we will try to be in English as much as possible. So, what advice you will give to all our members here who are attending, like around 180 people here as of this moment? What advice you will give them about going ahead in their MDF journey and how they can create extraordinary success like yours?
Sir, the first thing that I want to say, कि just start taking the action. Without taking action, nothing is going to work for us. We know everything, we read everything, we listen to every lecture, we listen to every ICM and Dentathon and all calls by you, given by you. But if we don't implement, just we listen and forget, there is nothing is going to work for us. This will keep in the diary only, or nothing will happen in the practical mode. So start taking small actions. One small action will definitely will give a better results in the future. So step by step, how much you can take the step. Just took the action steps and start implementing the things according to your need and according to your area, whatever you want. Just start implementing the things. Second thing I want to say, that just surrender to the mentor. As I say, just surrender to the mentor. Listen to the advices given by the sir carefully, and plan it in your mind. This thing I should do, or this thing I should do later, and just start implementing the things in the right way.
Okay, wonderful. So start implementing things, right? Most importantly, what he said was always be in the action mode. Okay, what are the 3 most important action steps that you would recommend, Dr. Rakesh? So Ashika, I think he that change your patient conversion. Yeah, Rakesh, you can just go ahead and answer this.
The environment of the clinic from the entrance of the patient till the patient reaches to your chamber, has give the most important impact on the patient's mind in the converting the patient. When the patient entered to a clinic, how your receptionist take care of the patient and how you take care of the patient in the patient chair, that converts the patient's mind to convert the patient to big ticket patients. That was not happening earlier because my waiting area was small. There was a temporary receptionist over there. There was not permanent receptionist. That to be a male receptionist, and I hired a female receptionist that gave me a very positive impact. We started offering tea, coffee, and water in the waiting area. When the patient is prepared from the waiting area, it is very easy for us to convert the patient whatever for the treatment plan. Second thing, you should have the treatment plan options also. When I was not doing the implants, I never give the options of implant to the patient. I just gave the for RPD and FPD. I never giving the options to the patient for implant. So you should know the treatment. If you are not doing it, then absolutely fine. But you should know the depth knowledge of that treatment what we are offering. You can call a consultant, then get it done by the consultant. There is not an issue, but you should know everything about the treatment.
Wonderful. So make sure that you take actions. You make sure you work on your staff and your clinic. And finally, you start giving multiple treatment options. Super. So Rakesh, to conclude this, congratulations and enjoy your success. Make sure that you keep on going to the next level and make all of us proud.